Before we get started today, I'm just going to ask that you like this video, comment, and subscribe. It does help YouTube know that you're paying attention to me, and I get better odds of being unsuggested. Thanks a lot, and let's get to the video. What's up, guys? Rivera here, the absolute best LGBTQ comedian in the world. The other day, a friend of mine sent me an article where Pope Francis is saying that Satan is stalking the Catholic Church and that Catholics should pray daily for Michael the archangel to come back and stop Lucifer from dividing the Catholic Church. And that Lucifer is trying to undermine the Catholic Church with the sexual molestation scandals as well as the cover-up by the clergy. Which, I'm so tired of the Catholic Church, and I don't know how anybody can continue to go to the Catholic Church. If there were any other organization that was as well known and well documented for molesting children, you definitely would not support that organization. But for some reason, with the Catholic Church, people want to keep forgiving. I don't know if it's because they make such nice buildings, because I have to admit, I grew up Catholic, and they do make some beautiful churches. But all of that is made with our money, so that's kind of annoying. And then they'll complain about how some parishes are poor or don't have enough money. And it's like, well, you seem to be spending plenty of money on these cover-ups. You seem to be spending plenty of money on these buildings. But for some reason, when it comes to actually taking care of your parishioners, which is something that a church is supposed to do, suddenly you're out of money and then it's back on me. But all the stuff you're doing otherwise is on us anyway. Like, that's why they have the collections. Do you know how much money they collect? It's like when the Catholic Church pretends to be poor on any level or need any kind of help, it's always like, no, you have a lot of stuff. Like, let's get rid of the Vatican. Let's get rid of all the priceless artifacts. Trust me, if you put them up for sale, people will find a price. For sure. I guarantee you, put them up for auction. A price will be found. It's not like they're really priceless. It's only priceless because you don't want to sell them. And I'm tired of the Catholic Church giving bad advice to poor people, which is something Catholic Church has done for a long time. It's given a lot of bad advice to a lot of really poor people. No birth control. Really, no birth control? For people that are already struggling to pay their bills, you're telling them that birth control is a sin? Why would you ever do that? Why would you ever tell people that something so practical is not allowed? I mean, it makes sense that you wouldn't want people to use birth control, because if people aren't popping out kids, who are you going to fuck? And I know some people will get mad at me for even saying that and act like there's something wrong with me, but I'm tired of people standing up for the Catholic Church. I'm tired of people acting like Pope Francis is different. Well, we just got a report that says that Pope Francis knew about a fair amount of cover-ups. So now we get this report, and suddenly Pope Francis wants to say that the person who turned in the report is actually trying to sow seeds of mistrust in the Catholic Church. Well, who's trusting the Catholic Church at this point anyway? I mean, I don't know who these people are that are still blindly supporting the Catholic Church. It makes no sense at all. And then when the Pope talked to Donald Trump and was talking about not putting up walls and that kind of stuff, and it was just like, yeah, great, but the Pope has a lot of influence in Mexico. So instead of just, I'm fine with you telling Donald Trump to not put up walls. I'm fine with you having that conversation with him. But at the same time, why don't you go talk to Mexico and find out why there's a reason for us to have to put up walls? Why people are willing to risk life and limb to get here? Why don't you, since you have so much influence in, oh, that's right, because you really don't have influence in Mexico. Because the United States is one of the few places that will still continue to listen, even with Donald Trump at the helm. The United States is one of the few countries that will actually listen to you. Because in most countries, people don't really care what the Pope says. Like in Mexico, people pretend that they really are all about Catholicism. And as far as the actual regular church-going public, yes, they do really care what the Pope says. I will admit that. That's why Latinos, after the scandal got exposed, were fine with the fact that once the priest would get in trouble for molesting white kids, because the United States doesn't allow that, in a lot of cases, those priests would get sent to Mexico or places where it's not illegal to fuck around with kids. And that's something that is true and well documented, but for some reason, Latinos are still 100% ride or die for the Catholic Church. But as far as the government goes, they'll quickly tell the Pope to fuck off if he tells them what they should be doing and that they should actually filter some of that money down to their people so their people don't have to keep trying to come to the United States. Because technically, Mexico is not a poor country. If you do the research, you'll see that Mexico is not a poor country. It's just, it doesn't filter its money down to the people. Like, there's a lot of corruption in Mexico, so all the money stays right at the top. Anyway, I'm really tired of the Catholic Church, and I know I've used some strong language, and I don't care if people get mad at me because I don't understand supporting an organization that constantly gives bad advice to poor people, that never actually stands up when it needs to stand up, and also that continuously has molested children and covered it up and now tries to act like somebody talking about that that's the problem. It's not the molestation, it's the fact that somebody has the nerve to talk about this. That we should be mad at them because why are they pointing it out? Why are you bringing up old shit? That's the way the Catholic Church comes off to me. It's like, why are you bringing this up? We're trying to sweep this under the rug, and you're making problems for us by bringing it back up. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, or dislike, comment, subscribe, or dislike, don't comment, don't subscribe. I don't know. Do whatever you do. Either way, I appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you have a lovely Monday.